Credit scores are a scam to keep rich people rich and poor people poor. Why? I'm so glad you asked. Modern credit has favored the rich since it began in 1841. Back then, you had to have a rich person vouch for your character. It was legal to reject people based on race and gender. And worse, your credit could be ruined by, quote, rumors and hearsay. And not much has changed. Sure, in 1974, Congress banned discrimination based on race, gender, and a handful of other factors.
Your age.
Federal Reserve regulations say you cannot be discriminated against because of age.
But it's still a rich people's club, and your membership is based on one number alone. The all-powerful FICO credit score. One look, and the banker knows exactly how much money they can make off you. And every adult in America knows it's a scam. First, you need to have one. You can't take out a loan, buy a car, apply to an apartment, or even a cell phone plan without it. Second, the only surefire way to get a high credit score is to come from money. One of the main factors is called credit history. Rich kids get added to their parents' card and have a credit history older than they are. Poor kids either inherit their parents' low score or start from scratch. Also, if you have one bad month, a rich person's family can bail them out. If you're working class, missing a single payment by 30 days can ruin your credit for 7 years or more. Also, all the stuff you do to raise your credit score actually lowers your credit score. 2 of the 5 main credit score factors encourage you to take out a lot of different kinds of credit. But we all know that the simple act of applying for credit counts against you. And you can't even shop around for lower rates because each bank runs a separate credit check, which lowers your score. Or say you're applying for a place to live. The average rejected rental applicant has a score of 538. So once you fall below that, you keep getting told no. So you keep applying, and each landlord runs a new credit check, which sends your score into a tailspin. And even if you find a place to rent, paying rent on time doesn't count towards your credit score. Only mortgage payments count, which favors people rich enough to own a home. And to add insult to injury, rich people with high scores pay lower interest rates. Poor people with low scores pay higher interest rates. It's cheaper to be rich. Make it make sense. And now for the reason why. In the 1970s, manufacturing in America disappeared, and with it, good paying union jobs, which incidentally built this country. You know what didn't disappear? Bills, expenses, rent. So the working poor turned to credit, and the big banks smelled blood in the water. Credit card companies don't make money off of wealthy people who pay their balances every month. They make money off people with low credit scores who paid their minimum payment and high interest for their entire lives. It's called revolving credit, and they make a killing. Americans have $930 billion in debt. Every year, the credit card companies make $120 billion in interest and fees. That's billion with a B. The whole system is a scam, and they have no incentive to fix it. But we do. How? First, make the system more transparent and hold credit bureaus and banks accountable for their shady schemes. Second, make rent count towards your credit score. That's common sense. And unionize the mega corporations. Amazon, Starbucks, McDonald's, and Uber employ millions of Americans. But those workplaces aren't unionized the way manufacturing jobs were, so their workers turn to credit. Strong unions make a strong America. When can we start? Right now. I'm so glad you asked.